All right, Shalom. Shalom. Giving all praises to Yahweh Bashem Shai. Give honors to the apostles, bishops, elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to you, hopefully elect. All right. Gonna try this again through the Spirit, Lord willing. Actually get through this time. But just as I was touching on the live that I was just doing before the service went out, just going into how, now more than ever, we're closer than ever. Now more than ever. As a matter of fact, I'll just go ahead and I'll just go ahead and get back into those precepts. Just start this over. But yeah, I'm gonna go to this in the book of matter of fact, let me start here in Revelation. Because again, now more than ever, we're closer than ever. We're closer than ever. Let me start off with this here in Revelation. Revelation chapter 1, verse 1. The revelation of Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, which God gave unto him to show unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass. And he sent and signified it by his angel unto his servant John. So the point being, the things that must shortly come to pass. All right? Because again, we're now more than ever, we're closer than we've ever been. We're at the end of the end. And you got to think, because the end started over 2,000 years ago, right? Well, if the end started over 2,000 years ago, how much closer are we now? You see, because we're in the birth pains, the growing pains. You see, as a matter of fact, I'm going to get this. Because where we're at right now, we're in the breaking of a new day, the dawning of a new day. Because like the scriptures say, the night being far spent, and just to paint a bit of a picture, you ever got up to watch the sunset, or excuse me, you ever got up to watch the sunrise, right? You go outside and it's dark and you just sit there and wait for the sun to rise, Well, that's where we're at with it, all right? That sun is about to crack forth. The sun is about to crack the clouds, all right? Because this here, I'm gonna get this in 2 Peter 1:19. We have also a more sure word of prophecy, whereunto you do well that ye take heed, as unto a light that shineth in a dark place, until the day dawn and the day star arise in your hearts. So you see, because again, that's where we're at with it. That's how close we are. It's nighttime, and like I quoted, the night being far spent. Because that's the thing. Wickedness is played out. Wickedness has had its reign. And now the earth needs to be refreshed. And quite frankly, the earth is crying out for refreshing. Hell, the people are tired, Everyone's crying out for something new. The creature groaneth. We're soon in Romans 8. Everything is tired. Everyone is tired. It's time for something new. And that's what the day star being Yahweh Shai, coming with healing in his wings. He's coming with the kingdom. Going to establish the kingdom. You see? So that's what we're waiting on. That's what everyone's waiting on. The earth is waiting on. All right? The day star. But that's how close we are. All right? Because it's the dawning of a new day. We are right at that point where, because we're in the night right now, and we know the when the sun goes down, all right, that's what constitutes another day. But we're at that point now where the sun's getting ready to rise. It's getting ready to crack through, man. We are right at that point where the sun is about to the sunrise, when the sun is about to shine forth. That's how close we are. You see, we're closer now more than we've ever been. You know, all the ancient prophets of old, what they desired, the things that we know now, you know, everything that the prophets of old, what they desired to see, the things that we see now, and to know and understand that the things that we know and understand now. You know, we're that close, man. We're that close. You know, but make no mistake about it. All right, because I've used this example before. I've used this comparison before. As far as like for one, you know, because we're so close, you can taste it. You know, everyone can sense it. Now the average person out here, they can't connect the dots. They can't put two and two together. But even the average individual out here, they can see, they can sense. We're so close we can taste it. You ever had Big Mama in the kitchen cooking up a Sunday meal, right? And you can tell the food was almost done because you can smell it. You know, you can damn nearly taste it, right? Well, that's just how close we are, man. Prophecies are playing out, you know, and you know the scriptures talk about, roughly paraphrasing, a hope not deferred. A hope not deferred, you know, because it's different for all of us. It's different for all of us. But for me, personally, one of the things that, because, you know, like I said, we all get those feelings of just, you feel like you can't go no more. You feel like you got no more in the gas tank, but the Lord, He gives you just what you need to keep on going. He gives you just what you need, enough fuel in your tank to keep going the next mile. And for me personally, and real quick, because like, I'm gonna sidetrack a little bit, but like our last camp lesson this past Saturday entitled Comforted by Prophecy, you know, because while all these things are taking place, the worldwide conflict, which, hey, you know, these people, they're afraid, they're terrified. But to us, we're comforted. Because these are the signs. Everyone's having dreams. That's another thing. Everyone's having dreams, right? Now, I was mentioning earlier before my live went out that my demon, she had a dream. She sent me a long text describing the dream. Now, Lord willing, when I get with her later on, because Lord willing, I plan on doing a live on it, doing a lesson on it. Because, you know, the text that she sent me, as far as this dream that she had, was pretty, I think it was, you know, the Lord gave her a vision. So Lord willing, I'm going to get with her later on and, you know, so she can explain it. And Lord willing, we do a video on it. But everyone's having these dreams, back to back, prophetic dreams at that. You know, that's another part of the signs, you know. But I watched this movie, the ISS, which basically you had these, I think they were scientists of some sort, just collecting data or whatever the case may be. But nevertheless, they were on the space shuttle out there in so-called outer space. It was a pretty decent movie. But you had these scientists, these Russian and American scientists on this one space shuttle, you know, and pretty much war had broke out on Earth, right? Between Russia and America, not so coincidentally. But nevertheless, because in so-called outer space, as they were on the space shuttle and they were looking down, I'm gonna get this. This is what they seen pretty much. I'm gonna get this in Revelation 15. Because again, with this whole, with the talk of prophecy, because that's prophecy is the hot topic. All right. You know, prophecy is a hot topic. World War III. You know, and I was going to make the point before I get this about, because like I was saying, for each and every one of us is different as far as what the Lord does for us to just keep that hope alive in us. And for me personally, because I've been watching this, and this is, I'm gonna say all this to make a quick point, just to show how close we are. Because with this whole situation out there in Texas, all right, it's getting to the point where Texas is calling out to other states. You know, the Biden administration, they're sending their threats. You know, I believe there was some type of deadline that was supposed to be met today, if I'm not mistaken, by the Biden administration. But it looks like Texas is going to stand their ground. And like I said, Texas, they've been, you know, calling out to other states for help. And hey, a lot of other states, I believe they said there was up to 25 states that were agreed to send aid, whether it be military personnel and just aid to Texas in stance of Texas, right? And I just say all that to say, because just to show how close we are. Because listen, if the Biden administration, if they send some troops down there, man, and again, it doesn't look like Texas is going to back down. You know, it don't look like Texas is going to back down, and Lord willing, they don't. Because this should show you how easy things could pop off, man. Hey, something could take place. You know, there could be some type of standoff. Bullets might start flying, and martial law can easily be declared. All right, martial law can easily be declared. You know, so I'll just say all that to say that's how close we are. And that's how, you know, hey, anything can happen at any moment. Anything can happen at any moment. You know? So I was just saying that to say, because like I said, just for me personally, as well as many other things, that's just one of those things, man. It keeps my hope alive. You know? Because, you know, prophecies, you know, certain prophecies, man, you know, it's almost like they come in cycles. Things will be happening for a few weeks, maybe a few months, and then things will die down for a few weeks, maybe a few months, and then things will pick back up, and then things will die down. It's always a cycle. But things have been happening back to back to back to back, you know, and it's just like, Lord willing, the Lord doesn't take his foot off the gas pedal. Lord willing, this is it. Lord willing, it's full pedal to the metal. But going back to this, because like I was going back to like I was mentioning with the movie, the ISS, you know, when they saw those nukes flying, being out there in so-called outer space, which we know Esau can't go out there, but when they were looking down on Earth, this is what they saw. Revelation 15, starting at 1. And I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous. 7 angels having the 7 last plagues, and that's another thing. Real quick, I'm gonna get this. Just to, again, make the point. Because this is how close we are. This is how close we are. Bear with me. Bear with me. I think that's the book of Job. Oh yeah, okay. I think this is it. I think I worded it wrong. This should be it, Lord willing. Yeah, the Wadi Abba Shema Shai. Because like I just mentioned in Revelation 15, which I'm going to go back to, going into those those plagues, right? I think those are some Mormons. My demon said she's been seeing a lot of them around here. But yeah, going back into those plagues, the 7 plagues or the 7 trumpets, right? Job chapter 5. Just again, make the point of how close we are. Job 5:19. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles. Yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee. And you see, because the 6th trouble or the 6th trumpet or the 6th plague is going to lead right into the 7th. You know, being the deliverance, Yahushua is going to come. All right, those missiles are going to be shot. You know, because we're pretty much already in the 6th trouble or the 6th plague. You know, Jacob's trouble is Lord willing, sooner than soon, getting ready to commence. All hell breaking loose, right? You know, because again, the 6th trumpet or trouble or plague is going to lead into the 7th, which going back to Revelation 15. And 1 again, and I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having the 7 last plagues. For in them is filled the wrath of God. All right, and again, the 6th going into the 7th. Going back to this movie, the ISS, because when those scientists or whatever they were on that space shuttle, and they just so happened to look down, you know, this is what they seen, verse 2. And I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast and over his image and over his mark and over the number of his name stand on the sea of glass having the harps of God. So you see, all right, because again, Jacob's trouble, all hell breaking loose, World War III. It's going to lead to the second coming. It's going to lead to, like I read earlier, that day star, Yahushua coming, returning. But with that being said, the elect are going to get delivered, and the elect are going to be witnessing this destruction as those missiles are coming down. See, this is why, again, like I mentioned earlier, being comforted by prophecy, because we know what the end all be all is going to be. We know what everything's going to lead to. So we're not terrified by prophecy. We're not scared of prophecy. You know, we're not scared of prophecy, man. It's quite the opposite. We can't wait for these things to happen. We can't wait for these things to take place. You know, but that's what they, again, you go watch that movie. This is what they saw, that sea of glass, because that was the point. It said, and I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire, because the elect, they're going to be in the atmosphere, in the heavens, looking down, all right, on the destruction, the missiles, because this is going to be a simultaneous thing. It's going to be a crazy day. You're going to have people screaming, the weeping and gnashing of teeth. All right, you're going to hear the literal trumpets blowing, alarms going off, sirens going off. It's going to be panic. Get to your nearest bomb shelters, all type of shit. But not only that, Yahushua is going to break the clouds. The earth is going to get invaded by so-called, UFOs. It's going to be a crazy wild day. Just the sight of this alone is going to, a lot of people are just going to, their heart is literally just going to stop beating. But at the sight of this, that's how crazy it's going to be. So it's going to be a wild day. It's going to be a wild day. And so much that, the scriptures say that the elect, when they see this, man, they're going to be affrighted. Even those that get saved, they're going to be affrighted. They're going to be witnessing this destruction. But hey, that's the end all be all. So this is why we're not afraid. But we're close. Here it is. You got the because it's been coming out that because, and this is said speculation right now, just more wars and rumors of wars, but there was a plane that was shot down by there was this plane, Russian plane, that supposedly it had POWs, prisoners of war. It was shot down by the I think it was the Russian and Ukraine border. I think there was supposed to be some type of prison swap, And I think there was this prison plane, a Russian plane of prisoners, Ukrainian prisoners, that got shot down. You know, and it's, you know, of course, the Russians are blaming the Ukrainians are blaming the Russians, right? You know, and that seems to be happening a lot lately. You know, something happens and hey, because there's a lot of provocation. You know, there's a lot of provoking. You know, because it's like, who's gonna, you know, throw the first stone? Who's gonna cast the first stone to give us justification on, you know, doing whatever, you know, doing whatever? Because I'm not gonna say necessarily the nukes, because again, things have to take place before the nukes come. Before it gets to this point, what I just read here in Revelation 15. All right, before the nukes start flying, certain things have to happen. All right, but it's like, it's almost like everyone's calling for a justification. It's almost like everyone's looking for a justification, looking for an excuse. You know, everyone's looking for an excuse. But again, just to show you how close we are, because it's been coming out that let me just have to look this up real quick, because what I'm about to look up now, this is a system that supposedly came back on, that has been on since the 1990s, right? But it's the this is a system in which, in the event of you know, these top generals, basically they can't pull the switch or pull the trigger. Well, there's a system that they can pretty much do it remotely, pretty much, and it's called the Russian dead hand. You know, I think they call it the Russian dead hand system. Like I said, it's a system to where, like I said, in the event of, you know, something happens and, you know, the top guys, you know, can't you know, basically they can't pull the trigger manually. They can't do it, you know, manually, where they can do it from a remote location. So with that being said, hey, there's fears. You know, why would they have to activate this system? Like I said, supposedly this system hasn't been activated. It hasn't been, you know, up since the 90s. So why would they have to turn this system back on? Because we're that much closer. You see, we're that much closer, man. We're that much closer. You know, all these nations are telling their citizens to, hey, be ready, prepare. It's really, for the most part, these Americans that are really lost in the sauce. These Americans really don't know what's going on. That's why, Lord willing, man, because I can't wait to see the look on the face of these people. Because more and more you can see how that day is going to catch these people like a thief in the night. More and more we can see that. You know, because these people have absolutely no idea, you know. These people have no idea. Just walking around here thinking shit is sweet. You know. But I know brothers, man, you know, little inside joke is, today the day? You know, I know brothers ask that question every day. Like, man, is the Lord gonna do something today, man? You know, just walking around here with all this anticipation. You know, I've said this before, it's to a point, you know, some brothers can't sleep. You know, some brothers tossing and turning because of, you know, people out here dealing with anxiety, you know, and these people, they don't know why. People having, you know, they just, the feeling of unease. People are just at unease. You know, people can't sleep because it's that feeling of anticipation. People know something's coming. The scripture said the Lord's going to pour out His Spirit upon all flesh. Right? People, they know it. Even the non-believers, they see it, they sense it. You know, and that's just how close we are. So going back to this, what I read in 2 Edges 14 again. We're that much more closer, you know. We're that much closer. So that's why, like I was saying, you know, because hey, we need to constantly be comforted, man. Pursuant to, again, Acts 14 and 22, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorted them to continue, man. You know, because it's easy to, you know, get caught up in the little bullshit, whatever bullshit that we've got going on. But this shit is coming to an end. It's coming to an end. We're that much closer. Oh, not to mention the doomsday clock, which is set, you know, 90 seconds to midnight, which I believe, speaking as a man, is closer to that. You know, I think that Esau, he doesn't want to invoke this fear because this just came out right after, you know, like I said, with this whole Russian plane full of prisoners, Ukrainian prisoners, and that dead hand switch, whatever it was, being reactivated, being turned on, you know, and just with everything that's going on, I think it's a lot closer. But I think to not invoke fear, you know, to not cause panic, you know. But hey, even Esau, as advanced as his technology is, he doesn't know the day nor hour. So the hell with that doomsday clock. But nevertheless, it's, you know, just give some type of, you know, precedent of how close we are. How close we are. You know? Hell, even Esau knows he's close. You know? But like I said, the hell with that doomsday clock. You know, hey, we're closer than we've ever been. And as I was saying, because you just got to think how close we are, how close we got to be. And that's a sign. But that's how close we've got to be, because if the end started over 2,000 years ago, well, how closer do you think, how much more closer do you think we are now? Again, we're at the end of the end. Going back to 2 Edges 14 and 10 again. For the world have lost its youth, and the times began to wax old. Like I said, man, hey, wickedness is played out. All right. Wickedness has had its reign. All right. It's time for righteousness to be established. All right. The Lord has allowed this to go on for long enough. All right. The night is far spent. It's time for the kingdom. But, you know, we're in the growing pains, the birth pains. Like I said, like I mentioned earlier, with the cycles, things will be happening for a while, then things will die down. You know, but things will pick back up, and then things will die down, and things will pick back up. Well, that's how birth pains work. You know, the closer that baby gets to the, you know, being born, to being delivered, hey, the cycles, the waves of pain, it intensifies. You know, you might be going through those pains, those birth pains for a minute. I'm sure any mother that's given a natural birth can attest. You giving those birth pains, you know, you're going through that cycle, and then it calms down, and then hey, what is it like? Hey, it's time to push. You got to start pushing. And those cycles, the more they come, the more intense they become. The more, you know, the more it hurts. The more magnified it is. It's more intense. But that's these birth pains, man. You know, in real time, for prophecy's sake, the birth pains. Things are picking up more and more, and they're getting more and more intense because we're close. You know, it's time for the king to come. So it says, verse 11, for the world is divided into 12 parts, and the 10 parts of it are gone already, and half of the 10th part. And there remaineth that which is after the half of the 10th part. So you see, man, and this was, you know, during Ezra's time, you know, the earth being divided into 12 parts, you know, because everything operates off of the vibration of Israel, you know, 12, you know, 12 hours in a day, 12 hours in the evening, you know, 12 everything, 12 months in a year, you know, 12 everything operates off of the vibration of the Israelites, starting with the elect. And that's why things are happening sooner and sooner, because hey, the elect are waking up. All right, like I read in Revelation 1, man, hey, the things that must surely come to pass. We're close. You know, we're that much closer. And like I just read here, in 2 Edges 14, hey, you know, before already damn nearly 11 parts out, how much closer are we now? How close do you think we got to be now, man? How close are we now? That's how close we are. Now more than ever. We're closer than we've ever been. Man. So just hold on. Things are happening. As brothers be saying, get your spiritual popcorn ready. Keep your spiritual popcorn ready on deck. We're close. We're here. You know? So Lord willing, this was edifying. All praises to Yahweh Shema Shai. Shalom to you, hopefully elect.